Hey, how y'all doing? So this video is going to be short, and it's really just for the people who have been watching me for the last 7 years. I know my channel history says 11 years, but I've really only been doing this for about 7, and only really intensely for the last 5. And I appreciate all of you watching. I really do. And there's a good group of us who used to debate each other on GAR streams and a few other channels as well. Most of these channels have disappeared. These were the last of the Debate Bro channels and the Blood Sports era debate style. And I bring that up because Jordan Peterson entered the fray way too late. Jubilee has a version of it where it's one person against 20 or 40 or whoever knows how many people who oppose them. But this format is not ideal because every time the person in the center starts to get gets to a point, either time runs out or everybody holds a flag and gets rid of the person who's losing and they throw another person in. This is not good debate tactics. This is not a good debate stage. It's not a way to get your point across. It's just a way to be made a fool out of. Whether you're the one engaging and your argument's not able to get through to the other person, so therefore you look like you're ineffective, or if you're the person in the center, you never get to your point. Now, I, on the other hand, have argued with many of these people. Danny was a very welcome interlocutor who, for a while there, I thought of as a potential friend. Me and him both have Asian wives. We both study the same type of philosophy. Mind you, he continued his degree while I went into corporate work. But I loved Danny. I loved engaging with him. I loved talking to him. We both live in Texas, or at the time. So, yeah, Danny's an amazing guy. But he can be a jerk. And we honed those skills fighting against each other, debating against each other. Leo Filius is another guy who I think one of my biggest losses and one of my best victories were both held against Leo Filius. And, now he's on Modern Day Debate. You have Cade, who I love, man. I really like that guy. He's really sharp. He's been a guest on my channel. And when both our channels weren't very big, we were talking to each other a little bit more, and now he's getting much, much bigger. I'm very proud of him, but I'm kind of lagging behind, and that's kind of the way it's been with my life. So, but then we get to the elephant in the room, Jordan Peterson. His argumentation style doesn't suit well to that kind of format. He goes on and on and on, and it takes a long time for him to get to his point, and he goes off into little tangents and roundabouts and does a lot of connections to say something very simple. Sometimes it's profound, sometimes it's just amusing. But there is a problem with Jordan Peterson. It is a problem that I don't have. As a creator, as a writer, as a YouTuber, I'm honest with myself. So when I'm friends with and engage with many atheists and anti-theists, including some really big names, I never hide that I'm a Catholic, or that I'm a Christian, or that I believe the Bible. Yes, this does upset Catholics and Christians and evangelicals when they come to my channel and they hear me talking about literary tricks in the Bible or literary tropes or talking about the development of certain theological standpoints that we now hold as dogmatic. That upsets them because I acknowledge the actual history and I don't deny it. But it means that I get to engage with these luminaries and up-and-coming stars without any hypocrisy between us. And it means that I'm able to engage with them openly and honestly, and sometimes get a point across without it being combative. Maybe that's not as entertaining, fine. But Jordan Peterson has become ideologically possessed by his anti-ideological stances. And he sometimes doesn't hear the postmodernism in his own voice. As they say, take the log out of your own eye before you try to take the sty out of your neighbor's. Maybe it's the Daily Wire, maybe it's experiences that he had in Canada, maybe it's what's going on with him legally. But he's no longer as relevant or as effective a voice for the pro-Christian, pro-theistic, pro-tradition side. He just isn't. And I've never claimed to be a voice for all those things. I am a Catholic and I do defend Catholic stances. That's true. I'm an American. I do defend American stances. And so on and so forth. We don't have to get into my politics in this video. But I think Jordan Peterson did fine. I don't think he did terrible or horrible, as some people are saying. But I definitely don't think he got his point across, and I do think that this was a waste of his potential and a waste of his abilities. And Danny got one over on him, although Danny, a few years from now, might look back and wish he wasn't so confrontational. Who knows? But this is what it was like in the Bloodsport days. This is what debating online is like. And if Jordan Peterson can't handle that, he shouldn't enter these kind of spaces. And the fact that Jubilee is exploiting these kind of old school YouTube tropes just means that people like me and B.S. Lewis need to get back at it. We shouldn't have stepped away as far as we stepped away. So for all you out there who support us, who support me, and who are fans of, who have been following us since the debate days, know that we're still around and that I'm still going to speak truth to power, and I'm still going to speak truth to those who don't have power. Whether it's the powerless or the powerful, no one deserves to be lied to, and everyone deserves to be spoken straightforward to. That's my commitment, and don't worry, this channel's not going away. I'm just producing less content because I have a full-time job. Peace, and I'll talk to you all later. And Danny, good showing. Cade, you did wonderful as always. And Jordan, you're still welcome to come on my channel and talk to someone who actually still respects you.